myself.
Yeah,
so that's definitely how I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not how she's showing off. She's trying to be somebody new today.
Yeah. No, you are. Your little stinking ass little cup. Showing up because you drinking from your little stinking ass cup.
Go to.
Is it too late to back out of this?
Where you going? Mine, no, where you going?
Thank you.
I found it a while ago.
Look at Nisa looking back and forth.
I typed something.
Face.
She looking like, Tiffany, you can't tell me how to get on here. You don't know nothing about no computer. She is offended.
Look here, she just
can you hear
her whole face.
What are you talking about? I didn't say nothing about who wasn't a computer person. That was Terry.
No, I was giving you a hard time because I'm trying to tell you how to fix your computer out of everybody. But I was being sarcastic. That's all. But it did work, right?
Yep, it worked.
It worked.
What was the question? What was the question? Is there tension?
Terry, you can't pick on me no more. It was the same thing that was wrong with my
shut your ass up. You always acting like the computer guru. God, like she knows everything about the computer. Now today, here she comes.
Faye, if you ever need anything tech, just reach out to me. I'm really good with technology. Okay, Faye.
That's not true. She lying.
Can Faye
you
hear
good
me?
with what? I can't hear.
With technology, I'm good with computers, girl.
Shit. She said she good with what?
Shit.
I'm good with computers.
Shit.
Okay.
I'm good with that.
I'm not having any computer issues.
No, she's just telling you for the future.
Oh, you just
she's just telling you for the future.
Look at who was late to the party.
Oh,
God
my bad.
My bad. Got them little grease though.
Because that was dry. Don't do me that. They too shiny?
Yeah, I can't see.
Where are you, Faye? You said you're an hour behind. Where are you?
I'm in New Orleans, Louisiana.
So can you host us? Like, I want to come back to New Orleans.
I'm in 504.
Okay, I want to come to New Orleans. When's a good
time?
Well,
you have to pronounce it right. You can't pronounce it New Orleans, and I'm hosting you. We can't do that.
Oh, what do we say? New Orleans? New Orleans?
I'm ready to say which one is it? It's not Orleans, is it? It's
New Orleans. I can host you if you come into New Orleans. I can't host you if you come into New Orleans. I don't know what that is.
Copy. New Orleans. And will you greet me with?
No, it's not New Orleans either. We hate that. It's not New Orleans. It's New Orleans. New Orleans. 2 words.
And you not in
but not New Orleans, definitely.
Are you going? Okay. Are you going to greet me with some beignets at the airport?
Huh?
Are you gonna greet me with some beignets at the airport? Am I saying beignets right? Is it right? Beignets.
Lisa said, I said it right.
You make beignets, you said? Where you go? What happened? You make beignets, you said?
She can't hear us. She either in shock or can't hear us.
Hold on.
She's appalled.
My volume. Enjoy
she
cooking.
Needs me. Okay. Oh, she talking.
I can cook. I can cook, but it's not something I do because I want to do. It's something I do because I have to do. My daughter is the cook. She enjoys it.
But so here's what I would like. Just
she doesn't live
you
here.
Don't
She's
care.
going.
No, that's fine. School. No, that's fine. But I would love to come back to New Orleans. What is it again? Say it again.
That's
Say
right.
Again.
That's right. New Orleans.
I said okay. I'm listening.
Right.
No, I'm listening.
No. Right. I was asking the pronunciation. I think we're lagging. But I want to come back to New Orleans. I want some beignets. I want some gumbo, and I want to do the haunted house thing.
You should.
So Quality Time B5 Productions. Can we put that on?
We only have haunted houses. We only have So first of all, I think I'm lagging or y'all somebody's lagging. But we only have haunted houses during Halloween. You sure you mean you talking about a haunted house or like a ghost tour?
The ghost tour. I want to do the ghost tour. The ghost tour.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna let you do that by yourself, and I'm gonna help. I can help you find some resources, but I won't be doing that with
you. She'll set it up.
We don't. So in New Orleans, we have a very, very strict reverence for the dead. We don't play about, like people like to go on graveyard tours and stuff like that. We don't do that. We don't play with the dead. As a matter of fact, and I'm gonna show it a little bit. I keep turning my camera because if I go straight on, you can see part of my altar. I have like a small altar in my home for my ancestors and friends of mine who have passed away. We don't play with the dead. So no, I don't do ghosts. I don't do none of that. I don't want the only people I want to come see me is people who I know love me and are guiding me through this life. When you go find things, you don't know what you can find and who those people are and what they got going on. So we're gonna leave them right where they at. But I will help you find a good tour that will give you all the bang for your buck. I just will not go with you, with all due respect.
I wanna
but some people also don't believe in all of that. So I
Tiana in the voodoo, how to call it. That's what Raymond said. Raymond said the voodoo, how to call it, from Princess and the Frog.
Voodoo. Oh,
how to call it. You messing with the shadow man. We don't mess with the shadow man.
Yeah, no, we don't mess with him.
See, we don't. And see, with a lot of that stuff, once you start playing, like you can't. Let me say it like this: you can't recork the bottle. Once you done pop the top, is open. You know what I'm saying? So you know what? I'm gonna just let it alone, let it be.
I get it.
Leave it where it is.
Never mind.
Now that she put it like
but
that,
I will take you to go get some good ass beignets though. Now see the tour part, I got you. Huh? Am I talking to somebody?
No, I said now that she put it like that, I wasn't going no way, but while you on a trip with us, don't go because I don't want to bring them spirits back into our Airbnb.
We know you're gonna go play pickleball while I go
scared.
the tour.
Not scared. I'm scared. Can Terry hear?
Pickleball.
Can Terry hear y'all?
I ain't fooling with that either.
Okay. Terry just ain't saying nothing. Okay. I thought maybe she couldn't hear us. That's all.
I was seeing if everybody was lagging there. If we were all
come on, you can go to the second line. We just had one last week.
Come on, here.
Yeah, she's lagging.
Okay.
What you say? What you say?
Wait a minute. Give about 5 minutes.
Somebody, the producer said they want to go to a second line. We just got the second lines for the rest of the year. I don't know if they're talking about this year or next year, but we just got the second lines for the rest of the year. So I could send Miss Janice. It's gonna be hard not calling you Miss Nene. But I can send.
It's okay. You can.
I can send Miss Janice the.
What's the second line? What's the second line?
I have a lot of names.
It's like a party.
Sarah, can you hear us?
So we have social and pleasure clubs here.
It's breaking up.
I'm trying to make sure I'm not talking
Sarah,
over
can you
people
hear us?
because I think I have a lag.
Yeah, you are delayed.
I don't want to be rude.
Don't worry. So what's the second line again? I'm sorry.
This bitch said don't worry because she the rude one. Did y'all hear that? Oh damn, it came through loud and clear.
Okay,
shit.
so
okay.
There you go, bitch.
Oh, okay. I meant to say microphone check.
There we go.
Faye. Go ahead, Faye. I'm sorry. What is second
Y'all are
line?
funny.
Terry, look at us.
So okay, so we have what's called like a jazz funeral, right? And so
Right.
the first line is the funeral procession. It's the body and the pallbearers and the family and all that stuff. And then the second line is the band and it's the larger family and our community. It'll be the social aid and pleasure clubs, and they all come behind the body. However, always have to have a funeral to have a second line. So like now the social aid and pleasure club will just have a second line. I'm not really in that world, so I don't know why
Oh no.
pleasure clubs have, not all of them, but a lot of them have
Joker, what's going on?
second lines. We just had a second line
Hey, we
last
can't
week,
hear you. Hold on for
and
a
I
second.
think there's
Well,
another
it's
one
all right.
coming up next weekend. But they, it's a calendar of it. So somebody had put in get the calendar.
Imagine talking and you breaking up and you don't even know you
Maybe I
breaking
should
up.
plug
You
up
just talking
to
and you
my
just
modem.
keep going. And then you just keep on going until you look and you be like, wait a minute, why ain't nobody answer my question I just asked 2 times?
Hold on.
She said.
Do we need to
she
log off and back on again?
Just going on until I hear somebody else say something I don't even know.
No,
Oh, he said no.
Okay.
I'm gonna go.
You said you're gonna log into your modem.
What you do? What you gonna do?
I think she said her mobile.
Her modem. Her modem.
Oh, okay.
What if both of y'all were wrong?
You know, she said her mobile. Like her mobile phone, her cellular. Her cellular.
Cellular.
With internet,
Cellular.
she said.
Connect my modem. Oh, she gonna connect her mobile. What that say?
Modem.
Internet.
Modem.
Like she was happy.
Ethernet.
She learned a new word.
Okay, that would be better.
I didn't even think about using my phone. I'm on my computer. That's probably why the shit not working. My bad.
See there, at least I got my cup.
Yes. Wait, where's my camera? Cheers, Niecy. I said cheers, Niecy.
I said cheers, Niecy. I said cheers, Niecy. Faye, can you hear us while you log on?
Freezing.
I do not like this Terry.
Yeah, I can hear
Niecy froze. Is Niecy froze to y'all?
No. I don't
Niecy,
like
you
this
froze.
Terry. I don't like this Terry. I need you, Terry, to go away. I need the other Terry to come back.
Lisa froze.
Yeah, we can hear you.
I'm not froze.
You don't know you froze. You froze, but you were froze. You just didn't know you froze.
Okay.
You back now.
You was like this, Lisa.
Yeah, you like my cup.
Okay.
I need some sage. I need some sage going around here. What is happening with Niecy? Them 38 double D.
I didn't have my glasses on when I checked my bra size. I wear 38 double D.
No, that's just that one. That other one that you looked at it just fine, and that was the size, nigga.
I'm pretty
sure.
Ain't no
38 double D.
Yeah, you got a couple of sizes that's going on in there. That's all.
Yeah.
Just like I got some mediums and I got some larges.
Whatever feels good.
That's right. That's right. That's all that matters to me. Just as long as it feels good.
I need everyone to go get professionally measured.
Okay. Where we do that, Bond?
You can go to Victoria's Secret. You can go to Victoria's Secret, or you can go to any department.
You got big boobs. You can't go to Victoria's Secret. If you got
No, to get
So
measured.
my baby the dealers.
Yeah, so to get measured, if you can go to any major department store to the lingerie department. Victoria's Secret is probably not gonna have it. If you are big cupped, you would have to go to Lane Bryant or that type of thing. But I need everyone to go get professional measured.
So
Also,
everybody don't have Lane Bryant and Dillard's though. We don't have Lane Bryant's
You got
anymore, and
Belt
we don't
can
have
measure you.
Dillard's.
you got Jason
Belt.
Penny.
Everyone has access to the internet.
No, we
You
don't
don't
have
have to.
JC Penney's either anymore.
You
Here's
don't
the
have.
Belt.
thing, though. You can't go to. I don't know if you work for Victoria's Secret, so I apologize in advance.
I don't.
But
She used
Victoria's
to.
Secret gives you the sizing for their bras, and their bra sizing is not like universal.
So let me just tell you a little secret. Victoria's Secret bras are not exclusive to Victoria's Secret. Calvin Klein, what is it? Waycore, whatever. Not
Wayfair.
Wayfair.
This ain't gonna work.
Waycore or whatever it is. It's just a brand. They all use the same.
Waco, Texas.
What's going on?
They all use the same bra, and they just put their own label on it. So you don't have to spend $60 at Victoria's Secret. You can go to Waycall. I think it's Waycall. It's all the same. It's not.
You know, I think we may have talked about this one time before. Well, we talked about what if you had a significant husband, boyfriend, or whatever, and y'all been going together for a little while, right? And you took a break, and they had a break baby with somebody else, and the person came in, and the baby mama came back and said, I want us to take pictures together as a family. And we probably talked about it. Maybe I wasn't satisfied with the answers we gave, nigga. Or either we ain't finished with it or something, you know. But I think the question was, you know, would y'all let them go and take pictures with the baby mama? Or would y'all be okay? Or would y'all say if you go over there and take them pictures, stay?
But I don't know what this has to do with bra size. But move on.
I guess I was thinking about booty, doing the booty, you know, when they on the bra size, a guy on the girl, you know, and it's sexual, and then they broke up. I created a whole scenario in my head.
You weren't even in. Okay. I say no. They're not allowed.
Moving along.
I mean,
I have my own storyline in my head.
Clearly. Moving on. Quality time. Hey, Faye, who are you?
Quality time has been spent.
All right. Hey, Faye. Nisi,
Hey.
introduce Faye to us. Who's Faye?
Did Terry do the
Faye is a
introduction?
good friend of mine.
Did Terry do the
Terry just been
introduction?
the other day.
Let her do the introduction.
Terry,
Terry.
We
you
don't even
feeling
know who
okay?
Faye is. Faye is Nisi's guest. Let Nisi introduce. Sorry, I'm just saying. Go ahead.
I was just thinking about it in my head. I just thought that maybe we talked about that before.
Nisi.
I don't know if we talked about it. Maybe we did.
Nisi.
I'm waiting for one of y'all to get quiet.
Go ahead.
Well, hello there,
Everyone,
Faye.
this is
Thank
my
you
good
for coming
friend,
here
Faye.
with us today on Quality Time. Thank you for being here. Here at Quality Time, Faye, it is Black women that spend time together authentically talking about things that just come to mind. Like I just could not think about whether we had talked about that or not. It's quizzing me for having conversation on the podcast, you know, and started to talk about shit. I can't think about whether we talked about that or not, though. On whether we said what we had said.
We did talk about it. But let's put a pin in that. Nisi, can you introduce our guest?
Why can't I introduce the guest?
Welcome to our crazy show. Hold on. Why can't I introduce our guest?
All right, introduce it, Terry. Introduce Faye.
Why
Thank
can't I
you,
say
Faye.
welcome to quality time today, y'all? Look, we're coming here today all the way from Atlanta, Georgia. We have Janice with us. In Atlanta, we have the Wish Lady who comes in to tell us authentically how she feels. We come on up the road to South Carolina where we have the Shady Church Lady. We have Tiff with us. What's up, Tiff? What's up, Tiff?
Oh,
We stop on around in there and we pass on up the road all the way to New York City. We have our inquisitive lady of style on the concrete jungle. That's Bond. She changed her name today. What's up, Bond? But we came all the way back around to Louisiana. It's New Orleans, not New Orleans. It's New Orleans.
My bad.
Mm-hmm. We got us a special friend in here with us today with Miss Faye. Comes in here loud and proud.
welcome.
She came in with Nisi in the A today. How y'all know each other, Nisi? Where you find Faye?
Where you find her?
Mm-hmm.
Girl, where you find Faye?
On side of the road somewhere
I
in
used,
College Park, huh?
I know that's right,
I
Faye.
used to teach her daughter, who's cooking now and doing very well in school.
Say it
I
again.
just told you. Put your listening ears on. Put your listening
Yeah,
ears
very
on.
good. How old is your daughter, Faye?
Anyway,
16.
Very nice. And what school is she cooking in?
16.
16. She'll be 17 in April. Which,
Time
so
passed fast.
she goes to boarding school. I would prefer not to share that information on the
Whatever,
on
and then,
the
whatever you choose to disclose, it's up to you. Don't let
no
us
worries.
lead you astray.
Mm.
Ooh, because we will, child, Lord have mercy. We will lead you astray.
Faye, we need to talk about that boarding school thing after. But go ahead.
What you want? Okay, we can talk about it.
Because I got a 12-year-old and I gotta send her somewhere. But go
Yeah.
ahead.
Send them.
Jessica.
Exactly. Exactly. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I don't know how far, sending your baby to, how would you feel about sending your baby to boarding school and
Do
things
y'all
like
remember
that?
the
But
facts of life though? Y'all remember how young Tootie and all of them were? Okay,
Yeah,
I'm
Tootie
sorry,
was
folks.
like 12 or 13, supposedly. Tootie and I can't
Natalie.
remember. Mallory,
Natalie.
Natalie.
Natalie,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Mallory.
Yes. Yes.
They were like middle school age. So yeah.
Correct.
So your question, you asked me how did I feel about sending her? I was very nervous because she's in a very rural area. And she's very African American. So and Louisiana is a very red state. So I needed to I was a little concerned. But after reaching out, I had never heard of the school before, but after going out there and talking to people and then coming back to New Orleans and talking to people, a lot of people in my circle were very familiar with the school. And because the state of schools in the area where we live is just, it leaves so much um, to be desired, I knew she needed something else. And so she goes to a school for academically gifted children. Um, I don't know how I feel about that because I never wanted her to be in gifted and talented because I wasn't gifted and talented. And just because of some of the after effects of that. But she's doing well. She's thriving. She's adjusting well. I think I'm adjust. It's harder for me to adjust than her because for 16 years I have been her mother. Her other parent isn't really in the picture by his own choice, and so it's been me doing, the lion's share of work. And so now, I'm dealing with emptiness syndrome. Maybe about 2 years earlier than I had planned to. So it's me trying to figure out what my life looks like, not having to be mommy 24/7, if that makes any sense.
It
So
does. Absolutely. So this
Interesting.
is her first year in
Yeah.
boarding school.
Yes.
Okay, okay,
Yes. She's
okay.
in 11th grade, so she'll be there for 2 years.
Nice, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Very nice. Nixie, you were saying how you had met Miss Faye.
Yes, I met her in school and her daughter, and they have become a family friend now. And I was watching the other couple of weeks ago the New Orleans special on Netflix, and it kind of touched my heart. And I called Faye in the middle of the night just to ask her some questions. So we got to talking, and I said, "Faye, do you mind coming on with us and talking a little bit about that whole ordeal, what happened during that time?" And she said, "Sure." So I just want, if y'all have any questions for her, anything that you were wondering during that time, or what was she doing during that time, or Faye, you can kind of start off if you like.
So the time meaning
Like,
Hurricane Katrina, right?
yes,
During what time?
Hurricane Katrina.
So I will start off by telling you I don't have I didn't get rescued off the roof. I wasn't at the Superdome or the convention center. So I'll tell you this, just a little backstory. My mama died when I was 15. She had cancer. She passed away. Um, and
Sorry.
and Miss Janice didn't say this, but she was my daughter's teacher. But I also went to high school with two of her sisters, so that's how we really like the connection. You know, the Lord is just does all kind of stuff. So that being said, I moved to high school. I moved to Atlanta when I was in high school, and then I moved back to New Orleans for college. My mama taught me a long time ago, when the danger is coming, you go, you go, and then you come on back to find out in the aftermath,
Live to
right?
tell the story, right? Yeah,
Live to tell a
yeah,
story. That's what she
yeah.
always
Live to
says.
tell the story.
Live to get another job. Live to
Yep,
be nosy. Whatever it is, you go.
yep.
And so, as soon as I found out, here's another piece. I worked at the prison when Hurricane Katrina hit. So I knew that if I stayed in New Orleans when during the evacuation, that I would be at the prison. And I did not want to be there. I did not want to do that. So I left. I had a friend who lived in Houston, a really good friend of mine. Um, she called me and she was like, "What you doing?" And at the time, I didn't have a kid yet, and I was single, so I was like, "Girl, I don't know." And I said, "Let me call my people and see what they were doing. See what they doing." And I called my auntie, and she was like, "We gonna ride it out. You know, it's not supposed." They live in Slidell, which is maybe about 45 minutes to an hour outside of New Orleans on the other side of the lake. So she was like, "It's not supposed to hit over here, so I think we're gonna stay." Well, I wasn't staying. So when my friend called me to ask me what I was doing, I said, "I guess I'm riding with you." So we met over at her parents' house, and her parents had also decided that they were riding out, but she had children. So she was like, "I'm not doing that." So we drove to Houston with a third friend. So we caravan to Houston and we stayed with a friend. Um,
Wait, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So was this when they were saying the hurricane was coming, or was
this
this
was like the night before.
okay?
So
Okay.
the
Okay.
hurricane hit, if I'm not mistaken, Sunday night, Monday morning. Okay. We left. I was off for work on Sunday and Monday. So my plan was to leave Saturday night, Saturday night, Sunday morning, and come back on Tuesday. That's what my plan was. I had brought like 3 or 4 days of clothes for wherever, like if I did decide to stay at the prison, um, or get a hotel room or whatever. So that was my plan. Um, so I went over to her parents' house, picked her up. She had her kids and her puppy. They got in her truck, and then
How
we
many
went and picked up the
puppies? That's important to know. How many puppies?
One
Just one. She
Just
just had
one.
one.
per
Okay,
puppy.
good.
Okay. And
Move on.
funny enough, I hate dogs. So that puppy was a point of
Mhm,
that puppy was a problem for the
mhm.
evacuation. Um,
Yeah, she's very, very, she do not like that. Yeah.
yeah, I don't do dogs at all. I don't fool with dogs at all. That puppy has since passed away. The puppy's name was Puppy, and he has since passed away.
That
But
puppy
at the
named
time,
Puppy. That's like
hmm
people name being people.
that
Okay,
was the
finish.
puppy's name.
Continue with your story. First of all, she want to know how many dogs. She said my friend and her puppy. She said, okay, go ahead. Person name person.
So my friend had her daughter and her puppy, and we went picked up another friend and her partner. So it was three. Now I'm saying pick up, but we were all in our own cars. So we caravan on to
Mm-hmm.
Houston. So the third friend actually is from Port Arthur, which is like right inside the Texas state line. So she stopped off at Port Arthur and she just went home. But me and my other friend, we went all the way to Houston and we stayed in Houston. Now that Saturday to Sunday, we did good. We stayed in my friend's house. We had every intention that we would be going home, right? And then overnight, I want to say it was Monday night. Y'all, the dates, it's been 20 years, so y'all have to forgive me if my days are not absolutely correct. But I want to say it was Monday night. Somebody woke me up in the middle of the night. It was like, Faye, come see, come see. So we go watch the news. We watching CNN, and they're talking about the wind, the roof was flapping on the Superdome.
Wow.
Just they were mostly talking about the wind and the wind damage. But for the most part, it's a hurricane. So like
Yeah.
there's gonna be wind damage. Normally with wind
Right.
damage, you can fix it. Um it was a couple of hours later. I want to say like dawn when it was started getting sun. That's when we started seeing the water.
Mhm.
Also, remember now, well, I don't know if y'all know this, but the French Quarter is on higher ground. So the French Quarter does not flood. If the French Quarter flooding, we really in some deep
In
shit.
Big
trouble.
problem.
Can I
Right.
curse? Am I allowed to curse?
Yep.
Yeah. So if the French Quarter start flooding, we really in some deep shit because the French Quarter is on higher ground. But
Oh,
that's
Faye
where
said
all
shit, y'all.
Go ahead, Faye. Go ahead.
that's where all of the news crews were in the French Quarter, because that's where I mean, with all due respect, that's where the money is.
Correct. Correct.
So they were like around the Superdome, around the French Quarters, and all that area. But like nobody, I'm not gonna say nobody lives in the French Quarter, but like you from New York, people don't like if they only showing Times Square in New York, if they only showing, like downtown Atlanta,
Tourists. All
that's not
tourists.
where,
It's
huh?
the tourist. It's the
It's a
tourists.
tourist area. That's not really where you will find like the people who really live there.
Correct.
So we were waiting for them to show like the neighborhoods where people actually live. Um, and eventually they started showing the water. And they were doing these aerial views like from helicopters. So we could see like, and for whatever reason, I don't know if it's because we have so many like churches here or just, I don't know. Maybe everybody could do it. But like you can kind of tell where they are in the city based on, even from an aerial view, you can tell from the roof, you know what I'm saying? From the different roofs. So like they would be flying over, they showed the water, and we was just like, where are they? Where are they? And so like, I'll give you an example. They'll show the Lower Ninth Ward, right? So neither one, she nor I are from the Lower Ninth Ward. She was from Gentilly, the 7th Ward, and then my people lived on the North Shore in Slidell. So I was like, show something else. And all they kept showing was the Ninth Ward, the Ninth Ward. Around this time also, the phone stopped working. So if you had a 504 number, your phone didn't work. Even if you were in Texas or wherever people evacuated to, your phone just wasn't working. So we could not get in touch with anybody.
Wow.
Wow,
Okay.
that's disastrous.
Now, from what I know now, after like having talked to people, while all of this was going on, people were also trying to get out of those areas. So like, I don't know. I feel like the story is kind of disjointed, but it's because there's so many things were going on at the same time, and nobody was really able to communicate with other people, right? So I'm in Texas watching all of this stuff on TV. At the same time, there are people like getting stuck on the highway because there's no gas, there's no water, like the car just can't go anymore. I heard stories of people like stealing cars, um, cars that got stuck on the road. People would take like a tire. So like if you had a flat tire but you had gas and that car got stuck on the road because it didn't have gas and it was abandoned, people would like steal the tire off the abandoned car and put it on their car so they could go. You understand what I'm saying? Like I don't know, especially because I wasn't there. But I don't know that people really understand the level of desperation that people were going through. People don't understand that fight or flight, survival of the fittest. And like, even when you like, when people can explain it to you, if you have not been there, if you haven't talked to somebody who's been through that, you really can't understand. I'll give you an example. My cousin was she was grabbed off the roof from like they were flooded, so they had to helicopter them off the roof. My cousin and her dad are light skinned, like super light skinned, and her mom and her nephew, who was living with them at the time, are a little bit browner. So like they left the mama and the nephew in the house, and then my cousin and her dad were on the roof. My uncle were on the roof because they were lighter skinned. Or there's another story that I think was in that documentary where, and I've been hearing this story since it happened. We've heard about it like in New Orleans, but at this apartment complex called the American Can Company, like those
Wait,
were.
let me interrupt you for 1 second.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So explain why they were put on the roof, because I didn't watch the documentary.
Because
Why
the
were they
helicopters
chosen
were
to
coming
be
to
on?
because the helicopters were coming to get them, and it was 16 feet of water outside.
No,
So
she
like if
want
they
to
would have,
know why y'all put the light skin. Why do they put the light skinned people on the roof?
oh, because they look white.
Oh, okay. Wow.
So yeah,
Crazy.
they was.
So you saying that they had a better chance
Colorism
of being
drove them.
rescued because they
I
were
mean,
light?
yeah. Like if again, you thinking about fight or flight. What I am trying to get out of harm's way,
Yeah.
right? So what do I feel like is my best possibility for being made safe?
Right.
Yeah, and plus you live in that area, so you're familiar with what it takes to survive in that area, what drives to certain areas, and colorism has differentiated, who's gonna be rescued first, who gets the attention first.
That is
Right.
crazy.
So that's what I was saying. At the American Can Company, they were putting the elderly people on the roof. American Can Company is the name of an apartment complex. I know it doesn't sound like it, but it's the name of an apartment complex. And they were putting the elderly people on the roof. And at one point, what you say? I didn't hear
thought it
you.
was a warehouse when you said the American.
It was.
I thought
It
it was a
was. It
warehouse
was.
when you said, okay.
It was. And then when they renovated it into apartments, but they kept the same name. A lot of apartments in New Orleans did that. So it was a factory back in the day. But so when they brought the
They
people up to the
did.
roof, they wind up telling the guy who was organizing everything, said, bring all the black people back downstairs. And if I'm not mistaken, I could be making this up, y'all. I could be, because it's been 20 years. But if I'm not mistaken, I remember seeing a sign that said like elderly white people. It specifically said white people. And then they had the white people out there, or the very light-skinned people. We have a phenomenon in New Orleans called Person Blanc, and it's black people who are like super duper light-skinned. So people were just doing what they had to do to get out. I
To survive.
remember to survive, right? I remember the night like before the hurricane, a lot of people were trying to rent cars. Like, so they go to Enterprise, they go to all the different rental car companies to rent cars. And I don't know for this to be true, but this is what I heard. Like, the rental car companies were really only renting to people who had out-of-state licenses. They weren't renting to people who had Louisiana licenses, which never made sense to me, because my thing was, why wouldn't you want to get the cars out of here too? You know what I mean? Like, that's your fleet. But anyway, I don't know how true that is. I don't know if I should have said it, but that's what I heard. Even like some of the charter companies, people would try to charter buses for families and churches and different things like that. And a lot of those people were just they weren't interested in doing that. A lot of things, and I do want to say this, a lot of things have changed. They are not the same way. Katrina taught the city a lot.
So that's what I wanted to ask you. Did you think it was racism, or did you think people were like, it's not that big a deal, or was it a combination of both?
I think it was a combination of both. Because what a lot of people don't know is right before Hurricane Katrina, we had just had another hurricane where a lot of people had evacuated and nothing happened. Nothing happened.
Got it.
So, like, even I'll tell you, my daughter, we just had a hurricane like a year ago, last year. It hit North Carolina really, really bad, but it didn't really do much damage to us. But for a lot of young people, the only reference they have of hurricanes is Hurricane Katrina. Right. So they thinking, we got to get out, we got to do this, we got to do that. And it was a bad rainstorm. Like, I think it flooded my street one day, and the next day the water had then went down. So a lot, and you have to remember, people here, New Orleans is not a very rich city, so people don't have a whole bunch of money to keep evacuating. And then if you evacuate and nothing happens, then you lose those PTO days, or you lose those days of pay. And now you can't pay your bills. There's no FEMA, there's no emergency food, there's nothing. You just lost that stuff. And for a lot of people, they live paycheck to paycheck. So, like, evacuating is not cheap. Then you also have to remember, pre-Katrina, most people, whole family lived within a 2 or 3 mile radius. So if you evacuating, where you going? Who you going to stay by? You going to stay in a hotel? Well, the furthest you ever been maybe was Baton Rouge for an LSU game or a Southern game. You know what I'm saying? So where you going? Again, a lot of that has changed in the past 20 years, but like people, I remember people, because I evacuated to Texas, and then I wound up going to Minnesota. And I remember people just kept asking, like, why didn't they leave? Why didn't they leave? It's just like, where were they going?
Right.
Minnesota. How far away is Minnesota?
2,000 is 1,900 miles from New Orleans.
What would make you go all the way over there?
I got a free I was planning to go to graduate school in Minnesota anyway, and my money came through a little bit sooner than I originally had planned for it. They made a way for me to start school early. Let me say it that way. So I went and got my master's degree.
Yeah, that's some good stuff.
And my baby.
Congratulations.
I went find that little girl. I went find that little girl in Minnesota too.
Yes.
So you had the flexibility to just take off, because it was just you to take care of. You didn't have any children at that time, so you could move around like. Okay.
Did you watch the 2 documentaries, Spike Lee and this new one that's out? Did you watch them?
I watched both of them. I watched everything having to do with Katrina.
Why?
Why not?
Why would you?
I watch it because
You were there. Was it accurate? Did they
I
depict it
wasn't. I
correctly?
wasn't there. I wasn't there. I wasn't there. But I don't feel like, because I guess because I wasn't there, I don't feel. First of all, I want to make sure the story is told accurately,
Right.
because one thing people like to do in New Orleans is feel like they could tell our story, and fuck that. But also, I remember watching the TV in Texas, in Houston, and hearing people talk about how when those buses finally came, women were writing their names, phone numbers, the baby's names, birthdays, anything they could think of. They were trying to write on their children's diaper, and they were handing their babies over to strangers to get their
God.
babies out of that
Safe.
situation.
Wow. Mm.
I remember being in Houston and watching the news at the Astrodome, and I'm gonna try not to get emotional, and people being on CNN, MSNBC, all of those channels, and they would just be like, my name is such and such. I'm looking for my mama. Her name is such and such. I'm looking for my grandma. This is her name. Our address is. Y'all, that shit reminded me of like slavery, when they would just separate families. And granted, on some level, this was so people could have survival. But they were putting people on buses. Those people didn't know where they were going. They just knew they had to get out of that situation. I remember going to Atlanta, going to Houston, and then leaving and going to Minnesota. And Minnesota has a large, at the time, it has a large Sudanese, Somali, and Hmong population. Minnesota used to be a safe haven for refugees, from people were from out of the country. And I remember them calling me a refugee. I'm like, bitch, I'm from here.
No, you ain't. Where your house?
So I'm sorry. So you left. You went to Houston because that's where everybody was going, right? Because that was the closest safe place.
That's where they started off, but then they just
Right.
started shipping people all over the country.
Okay. So you went to Texas, and then you got this opportunity to go to Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
Then how did you get to Atlanta and then going back home? Like what?
So my daddy has lived in Atlanta since 1986. I went to high school in
Okay.
Atlanta after my mama died. So I
Okay.
went to Atlanta to go to my daddy's house. Like I've been in
Home.
Atlanta
It was your
since the
home.
90s. Yeah, it's a
Right.
second
It was
home.
home.
New Orleans is my home. It's my
Right. Right.
second home.
Okay. Okay. And
So
then what
whenever
made
people talk about me in Atlanta, it'd be like, "Oh, you came after Katrina." No, no, no. Like
I've always been there.
that's a point of contention for me too, because people talk about how the New Orleans people came to Atlanta and they was cutting up.
Like I've
No,
been
no,
here.
no.
I've been here, boo. I got
Ben,
roots.
Ben. I was living in Atlanta when they were still giving out 404 area codes. Okay, don't do me. Don't do me.
I did hear. I heard about a story of a man,
No, it's
a family who was separated in the Hurricane Katrina situation. The
Go see
husband
JJ
and the
needs some.
wife were separated in the flood. She was separated with either their children or their child, right? He went on to live his long, very long story that I don't have all the details about. Very, 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 very less long. He went on to live another life to get a whole nother family. She did too. Some kind of way they got back together. They were reunited some kind of way through whatever programming that was in place for displaced families from New Orleans. He thought that she had passed,
What?
He
A
thought that
lot of
she
people
had
thought that.
that his family had passed, and then they found each other. He had gone on to remarry. Now it was just a situation of like, golly, now what?
Uh,
Because
that that is not an uncommon story. A lot of people thought that people had passed away and they just never found them. Because also once they did everything, I don't know if y'all remember the show Treme. It used to come on HBO. It's old though. It's so I don't know. But one of the things they talk about, because you have to remember, they had people in hospitals when the hurricane happened. They had people in the morgue who was already
yeah,
dead. You know
yeah,
what I mean? We have over the above ground graveyards, so a lot of people was just floating and they didn't know who they were. So
yeah,
a lot of those bodies are still, I mean, I don't know if they're still unclaimed. They might be an unmarked grave. I don't know the process of, you know, burying on, Jane and John Doe's, but a lot of people thought people had just died. Now, and a lot of people, I'm gonna be honest, a lot of people was just trying to get away. If you've been with somebody who's been beating your ass, and then you get in a situation where you get free, then
Yeah.
if I'm not dead, I'm gonna make you think I'm dead, so you're not
You're
looking for
right.
me, so you can continue to beat my
and you
ass.
know what? Some of
Makes
those
sense.
people,
You're
Makes
right.
sense.
some of those people, once they were reunited, like they discovered, like, hey, I love this person because I met them and I, started my new life. But I'm still connected to you and I still love you too. Do you think that we can make this work a little bit? Like we can come together and
Oh, I
make
don't know
this
about that.
work?
New Orleans women are
You
really. I don't. I'm not gonna say, but I don't. I'm not gonna say I don't believe you. I'm just saying I can't see it. But
So
anything is possible.
I
so
don't
let me
know.
ask you this. I'm sorry.
I don't know now. You
Do,
never got with the old. Yeah, that's another thing. We said we ain't gonna do that. You never got to the old one and then discovered you loved it and like, damn, I missed it. I like this. Like we said, we weren't gonna talk about that. Okay, go ahead with the story.
okay, sorry. So Faye, do you feel like the conspiracy theory that the government broke the levy, like how do you, or do you not want to
It's
talk
a
about
levy.
What
A
the
levy.
levy?
levy?
Some of the
Sorry,
levy.
levy,
Okay.
I know the
sorry.
fuck she not on here
I
mispronouncing some
mean, we
motherfucking
practice in it.
words.
We practice
I
in
know the fuck
everything.
she is
We
not doing that
did. We
today.
We
did. I'm
practice in
What's
sorry.
everything.
something?
It's
What's
I'm
okay.
something?
sorry.
You
I'm
failed.
What's
We
sorry.
what's
practice.
something?
New
I
York,
know the
New
fuck she
York.
ain't on here mispronouncing some shit.
Hey,
Fucking
I,
up
Faye,
di-
these
I didn't. I
words.
don't
you
have
talk so
levies.
proper and the levy.
New York.
I'm sorry. I don't
New
have levies. I'm not.
Orleans.
I'm not. I'm
It's
sorry.
okay.
I
New
don't give a fuck you
Orleans.
don't have levies.
Anyway, Faye, do
Y'all
you?
are hilarious.
They a mess. They're a mess. But do you feel like it was a conspiracy? Like, so first of all, let me just say, I wasn't there, right? I've seen the Spike Lee. I've seen this new thing. I didn't realize how, I mean, I knew it was tragic, right? I knew it was tragic, but like just the behind the scenes, and I didn't realize people were waiting for days to get into the Superdome. Like they didn't talk about that. I've seen the movies or what, but do you, as a resident, as a, uh, you know, what do you think?
What I'm gonna say is I've heard stories, and I'm gonna always believe the people I know over the
Right,
company.
right.
No, but I wasn't there. I wasn't there. And
She
watching
got the hell
the
out of
last,
it.
What
She
you
got
say,
the
huh?
man?
hell. Yeah, I said you got the hell
But
out of
here's
it.
the thing: even if I would have stayed, I wouldn't have been close to. We didn't live in the night ward. I've never lived in the night ward. I don't spend much time in the night ward. So that was what I was about to say. Here's what I can tell you. I remember in the 8th grade. If you are my age and you went to middle school in Louisiana, you took Louisiana history and you took earth science in middle school. And I remember everybody who is between the ages of like 42 and 44, we all had this lesson about what would happen if a hurricane breached the levee. We all had that lesson. If you paid attention in science class, you had that lesson. Also, if you went to Louisiana, because Louisiana history talks about the ecosystem and all and the topography and all of that stuff. So everybody who is my age who paid attention in sixth and seventh and eighth grade social studies and science knew exactly what happened had the potential to happen. Okay. That being said, the Spike Lee video is the first video I ever saw. Is the first time I ever saw with my eyes the breach of the levee broken. People had always said the levees were broken, but I had never seen it. There was never any photographs of it. It's 20 years later. Why all of a sudden the videos came out? Because I know so many people, and I'm not talking about 1, 2, or 3. I'm talking about buku, who said that they heard a humongous explosion. And then the next thing you know, the water was coming through the city. What I know is
20 years later. It's been a whole 20 years. It's been a big old commotion about, the happenings, the occurrence of the hurricane Katrina that happened in New Orleans, that we get to look past 20 years later. And Bonnie is calling it Levy still, and it's Levy. And she still is doing things like New Orleans.
That's hilarious.
New Orleans. What is she doing out here correcting every motherfucker with their language? And this
excuse me.
Talking about
excuse me.
I do want to say this.
Yeah,
the Lower Ninth Ward is historically Black people.
Yeah.
Not necessarily wealthy Black people, but sometimes low income Black people who own their own homes, they own property. We have this thing, and I don't know if other places have it, but like in New Orleans, your grandmother or your great grandmother had a house, and then whatever child never left, that was their house, and then whatever child never left, that was their house. So the house stayed in the family, but the person whose name is on the property been dead 50 years, right?
Yeah.
A lot, from what I understand, people with money wanted that land.
Yeah.
Also, at the end of the day gonna end, but nobody was gonna sacrifice what might happen in that French Quarter and Uptown and the Garden District nobody was gonna sacrifice that for what the Lower Ninth Ward, the Irish Channel, the Bywater, none of that. So if it was a possibility that French Quarter in the Uptown area could be compromised because of the Lower Ninth Ward, the Lower Ninth Ward gonna get sacrificed every time.
Yeah, that means, Bond, that your ass was gonna go down. We weren't gonna be standing around waiting for you to fuck up these words. We was gonna keep moving. She on down there at the Ninth Ward. We up here at the Fifth Quarter. Yeah, you need to catch up.
So Faye, Faye,
we don't have a Fifth Ward.
Oh, okay, because that's where we going. We going over there, Faye. She not going.
I don't know what Terry's on today, and forgive me for mispronouncing
it's a heavy topic, so I can appreciate her.
Yeah, the humor. She's gonna bring the humor. But I did get checked on
what's
Friday.
The word, Lisa? What's the word though? Please.
Yeah, she gonna squeeze past that real fast. Look at her got things.
Oh my gosh!
It's not the Levy. It's not Levy.
And she just said it 10 times.
I said Levy before, and y'all corrected me.
No, you said Levy.
You said Levy before, and I corrected you.
Okay, I'm sorry. So what is it? Levies? The levies.
It's a levy.
Yes.
Yeah. And moving forward, don't ever fuck that up again. Yeah.
Ever in life is disrespectful.
She's embarrassing.
Hey, I apologize to you and all the other New Orleans.
Please apologize. It's ridiculous.
New Orleans.
New
Real quick, everybody.
New Orleans.
Speaking of the
Let me tell you something. All the New Orleanians is on cloud right now, because I don't know how old you ladies are, but last night we was all up watching versus Cash Money versus No Limit. So we good.
Oh, did that go live? Is that why Tony Braxton and they talk about Master P?
Yes.
Master P, because I thought Tony and him got married
to Birdman. She married to Birdman.
Yeah, but I thought they got married and then she filed for divorce. No,
I don't know. She said that's still her man.
Fake news.
I don't care about that. I saw Mia X. I saw Master P. I saw Juvenile. I saw the BG. I don't care about no Tony Braxton. No shade to Tony Braxton. I love her. But I was there because Cash Money is taking over for the 99 and the 2000.
So is Wayne still like Lil Wayne? He's still like relevant. Y'all still like Lil Wayne?
Forever.
I'm just asking. I like Lil Wayne.
Wayne does a concert every year in New Orleans called Lil Louisiana, and it's packed. It's sold out every year.
He performs.
Hey, thanks.
There.
Yeah, he gives a concert. Yeah.
Hey, was Mystical there?
Mystical is in jail.
Right.
For rape.
For rape. Alleged
for rape and torture. We don't talk about it.
Allegedly.
But no, if he's in jail, it's no longer alleged. He's been convicted.
But you know.
Listen, before we get off tonight.
I mean, he got a history. And if this girl's one of his baby mamas, so it wasn't like just some random like this is somebody
Okay.
So kind of like R. Kelly's wife.
Yeah. Before we get off tonight, can we talk about these EBT getting cut on November the 1st?
No, wait. Okay, sorry. Wait. Well, okay, but wait, before we get off.
Why you always do that shit?
I'm sorry, because Faye was in the middle of a story. Like, we didn't wrap up her story.
Yeah, but look.
So, Faye, you gonna come back next month so you can finish?
I'm gonna come back whenever y'all want me. I love this. If y'all, listen, I don't let me overstay my welcome, but whenever y'all invite me, I will come back.
No, I'm very interested because
y'all fun.
It affect me deeply, but these heifers, go ahead.
All of us, for real.
That's why I had you on, because when I called you, of course I was drinking while I was watching, and then I was crying at the same time.
Y'all, she really did call me in the middle of the night. I was asleep, and it just so happened the phone lit up. And because my daughter does not live with me, when that phone at nighttime, if that phone light up, I'm checking it. And so I was like, and I'm as I said, I'm friends with both of her sisters as well. So I saw it was her, and I was like, what is going on? And we talked for a good long time about this. It was life changing. I will say this too. A few years ago, about 3 years ago, we had Hurricane Ida, which was the exact same dates as Hurricane Katrina.
Really?
And it was crazy because it was like a 16-year difference, right? So a lot of us who were kids, teenagers like me, younger, I was in my early 20s. Hurricane Katrina happened in 2005. So I was 20. How old was I? Lord.
He was young. It don't matter, but go ahead.
I hadn't graduated from school. So I was going to grad school. So I was like 20, 21, 22. I didn't have a kid yet. I was footloose and fancy free. I was cute. I was in these streets. So for me, navigating what my next steps looked like, the only person I had to worry about was me.
Right.
When Hurricane Ida hit, I had a home. I had a child. I was a teacher at the time, so I was concerned about my students. So it was like I was dealing with my own trauma because it triggered something from what we went through in Hurricane Katrina. But now I'm responsible for all these other motherfuckers. And then when we come back, my students are living. My students are living in shelters or they displaced. I have students who, because that's one thing people don't always understand. Like when your house is damaged by a hurricane, y'all know the government works slow. So like you might have the children living with auntie and uncle, and the mama is here and the other child is there. And then those children come back. Like life is not, for those, I know Miss Nene is from North Carolina and you say you from South Carolina. So y'all may have a different level of understanding. Things don't just come back and then everything is back peachy keen. Like we're now dealing with the after effects, and if you're dealing with like a renter, well, these people got to get their house fixed. Your landlord got to get his house fixed or his apartment fixed. Where you gonna live? While you figuring out where you gonna live, where your children at, how they getting to school. It's kind of crazy. So that being said, as I told Ms. Nene, if y'all come to New Orleans, try not to come during hurricane season because things get a little, precarious.
But let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
I know it's home for you, but what made you decide, let me go back?
I didn't come back to after COVID, and we had lost a lot of family members, not just from COVID, but my stepmama died. I did lose my best friend from COVID, and I wanted to be with my family. I wanted to be home around my family. My daughter's about to graduate soon, and this is the longest I have lived in New Orleans as an adult. So I will probably be leaving once she graduates because I'm a nomad, but yeah, I wanted my baby to be a New Orleans girl, like, cause like they saying nothing like a New Orleans girl. So I wanted my baby.
Did you lose any family members due to Katrina?
Hurricane Katrina? No.
Okay, thank God.
Everybody left.
Okay.
Thankfully, we had the means. So even my cousin who got like airlifted, I think they were at the Superdome for a couple of days. But here's the other thing I gotta tell you. I know y'all want to move on, but I gotta tell y'all this. Okay, so here's the kicker. I'm not born and raised in New Orleans. I'm from Jefferson Parish. So like Miss Nene, think about if I was like in Atlanta versus College Park, right?
Yeah,
So like
yeah.
I'm from College Park.
Yeah.
Or I don't know, just y'all think about a suburb that's right outside the main city. So for you in New York, let's say I'm from Brooklyn, right? So I'm from like right outside. So here's the thing. Remember y'all saw that the people was walking over the bridge to get to the other side of the bridge? So I'm from the other side of the bridge, right? What was happening is that they were looking at people's driver's license to see what their addresses were. And the police, the Gretna police, had these big old long guns and they were shooting over people's heads. So imagine you got people pushing babies, children, the elderly, the disabled, they pushing them in grocery baskets, right? Over to the bridge. Once they get to the other side of the bridge where they didn't have no water, they had electricity. It was like nothing had happened over there. The people are getting over there. A lot of them can go to Algiers, which is actually still Orleans Parish. It's not considered New Orleans, but it's still Orleans Parish. And the police are shooting guns over their head. Let me tell you something. To this day, I can remember the first time I came home after Hurricane Katrina, the people had signs in their yard. Said thank you to the Gretna Police Department for keeping us safe.
Wow.
That I have never gotten over that. To this day, I refuse to spend money in Gretna. I refuse to spend money in Gretna. Gretna is one of the worst, to this day, one of the worst police departments in America as far as their race. I probably shouldn't say this because I still live here, but as far as their racism and the way they arrest Black people, Gretna is horrible. And I still to this day don't spend money in Gretna. Because I remember they had those, just like if you have like the candidate signs, you know what I'm talking about? Like when they have a candidate, they had those the yard signs, and it said thank you to the Gretna Police Department for keeping us safe. And I'm like, keeping you safe by shooting at women and children? One of my friends was doing medical aid in the Superdome. He's a doctor. He had to show them his ID to show them that he lived in Gretna. That was the only reason why they let him go. That was the only reason why they let him go. If you didn't have an ID showing that you lived on the West Bank, they wouldn't let you go over there. And as a matter of fact, like I said, they were shooting over their heads. Them people, I don't know if y'all saw when they were showing like the ambulance drivers and the fire truck people talking about they had their guns on them and they was ready to shoot. All of them. Listen. That man with a Henry Glover, the man that they showed they dropped off at the police department, at the hospital, that was a case going on for a long time out here. For a long, long time. It was a lot of they did the city of New Orleans did the people of New Orleans wrong. The sheriff of Jefferson Parish, which is the neighboring parish to Orleans Parish. We don't have counties here, we have parishes. His name was Harry Lee. He said if the federal government would have responded to Hurricane Katrina the way Walmart responded to Hurricane Katrina, none of this shit would have happened. And that was in the newspaper. I remember that shit was in the newspaper. He said that.
I remember that.
I can Google that and send that to y'all. He
I
said
remember
if
that.
the federal government had responded to Hurricane Katrina the way Walmart responded to Walmart.
Walmart
we
was
talk
on
about,
it.
we
They
talk
was
about
on it.
we
They
talk
was on it. They was
What
on
did
it,
Walmart
Bond.
do?
They was on it, Bond. They responded quickly.
No, but I mean, what did they do? Like water and shelter? Like
first of all, they opened up their store. So they was talking about them people was looting. But Walmart opened up their store and said, come get what you need. Because Walmart it's walking distance from the convention center. It's far, but I mean you can walk there, right? So they opened up the store, they let people come get clothes, shoes, food, diapers, formula, whatever you need. Because remember, people was out there with babies.
Right.
That was my next question.
Walmart opened up
Walmart, Target.
Dang.
People of
Formula,
New Orleans,
diapers
they're going
and
to
stuff.
Louisiana, they're going to Walmart.
They had brought some kind of way. Walmart was able to get their trucks in there when the buses couldn't come. Walmart opened their store up and said, get what you need. They told the police officers, because as much as we can speak, I'm not talking about Jefferson Parish and Gretna Police. I'm talking about Orleans Parish Police Department and the Sheriff's Department. As much as we could talk about, like Eddie Compass was on there. He was the police chief at the time. His wife was, 8-9 months pregnant at the time. These people are... Like, as much as they out here being a police, his mama live here. His children and his wife or his ex-wife, but she's here. Like, these people's families are also going through it. I'm trying to help y'all at the convention center, but my family is also at the convention center. So it was just like Walmart opened up that store and told the people get what they need. Basically,
well, let me say this, and I know because I was still with the Waffle House when this was going on. They had private jets, and they were flying in water and getting trucks to bring in water and opening the Waffle House, and people were in lines, and they were giving away free food. So they fed a lot of people throughout the process. So I want to shout them out too.
Yep.
Nice.
It was crazy the way that private industry showed up. Now, I don't know that private industry would do that today. Even, I can tell you, I have friends who worked for large corporations and they was getting checks. Like, they was being moved. So it was like, okay, you can't, these stores are closed. The city doesn't have, we have to rebuild everything. So tell us where you are. They got checks in the mail. And then they found places for them to go and work. And I'm not talking about this is an advance on your salary or his, you know what I'm saying? They got checks. This is here. Now, granted, you can look at it. These corporations are taking in hundreds of millions of dollars in profit, which is what it is. But we've all seen these corporations not give a damn about nobody, right? I'm talking about, I have friends getting even, I mean, I'm gonna say even me, when I went up there to Minnesota, the owner of the Timberwolves gave us money. We got, they opened up. It opened, they call it Minnesota Nights up there. They opened up all kind of opportunities for me. I was going up there anyway, but like I would have had to find my own furniture. I would have had to secure my own housing. They took care of all of that for me. A friend, I can tell you, some of my friends from companies that are very much still in business today was getting like $5,000 if you were single, $10,000 if you had a family, checks, not vouchers, not, you know what I'm saying? I remember going to Kroger when we was in Houston, and we were walking in the Kroger, and I remember this lady was in the car with her children, and the children was crying, and she was like, "Y'all, I'm gonna try to go in there and get y'all something to eat. I'm gonna try." And the people was coming out of Kroger. The lady's talking to the children. Somebody just gave her a whole basket. Like, think about you walking out of Kroger with a basket full of groceries, $200-$300 worth of groceries. And she just said, "Here, take it."
Yeah,
take
that's a good thing. Yeah,
awesome.
People out there is helping and things like that. That when you came to Georgia, you came to Georgia by yourself, right? You just transitioned by yourself to Georgia.
I didn't transition to Georgia. I went from Texas to Minnesota. After I went to Minnesota, that boy gave me that little baby, and then I came back to Georgia with the little baby. With the little baby that the boy had gave me.
That boy gave her that baby.
The boy gave you the baby in Minnesota. You met him in Minnesota.
Yeah.
And had a baby. Okay.
And then I had to go back by my daddy after the boy said he didn't want me no more. I had to go see about my daddy. My mama gone. So my daddy said, come on. So that's how I wound up in Georgia.
All right.
Okay, then. You didn't get married while you were in Georgia. You stayed
I've
single
never been
the whole
married.
time.
I've never been married.
The entire time.
I don't understand how y'all go through that. Honestly.
Not y'all. I'm single.
So you wouldn't have allowed if you would have went on a break with your boyfriend, you wouldn't have allowed them to go take pictures with the baby mama.
I actually would have. I would have.
Why would you have let him go take pictures with the baby mama?
First of all, I don't date the kind of men I can let do anything. So that's first and foremost. I don't let my men do anything. I date grown ass men. So what they would do is come to me. This is what she want to do. How do you feel about it? And I would say, I don't give a shit. Go take a picture with your baby and their mama. Because I feel like if that's not somebody you want to be with, but that's their child's parents. So why wouldn't y'all? Why should their child not have any pictures with their parents?
Because we're not together.
At any point, so that's still their parents. At any point, me and my family want to take pictures. That child will also be in my pictures, and she better not tell me that I can't have that child in my family's picture, because my family, if that's my man, my family is also that child's family. So I like how you segue so we can start talking about this Katrina shit. I definitely wouldn't. I wouldn't care. Here's the thing. I don't believe in, and maybe I can say this because I'm not married, I don't believe in having a man where I have to be watching him and giving him permission. Like, what you say? Melissa Robbins has this video that says, "Let them." Let me see what you gonna do, and then I'm gonna determine how I'm gonna react to it. But you're a grown ass man. I'm not, because you can't let me do shit. I'm 43 years old. I'm gonna do what I want to do.
Would it be a let me, or would you?
About it.
Would it be a let me, or would you be? What'd you say, Tiff? I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. So, what is your current relationship status then?
Oh, you nasty, Faye. You had a nasty one to laugh.
That's a whole statement. That's a whole
nasty. You had an old nasty one to laugh at the liquor house. Like, girl, at the front door.
I'm single.
And free to mingle. And free to mingle.
And free to do whatever I want to do.
So it's that saying that I want to be a girlfriend or wife. I don't want to be a detective. Like, I'm not I'm not looking for anything. I
I
want
want to
to.
see, I want to date an adult because I am an adult. So I want to have an adult relationship. If you want to do something, also, I'm 43, going on 44 years old. I don't need to be managed. I have a teenage child. I'm about to get her out my house. Well, I got her out 2 years early. So why am I looking for somebody new that I have to parent? You are a grown man. We can have conversations. Is this something you want to do? Okay, well, I don't agree with it. Tell me why you think that's what you want to do. Okay, well, just understand. You make your decisions, I'm gonna make mine. If your decision leads you down the path to some shit that I find is a boundary that I feel like you've crossed, understand that this situation may no longer be.
So, what's a deal breaker for you?
I can't deal with no lying with no I can't I'm a Scorpio. I can't deal with nobody lying to me. I can't deal with a liar. I can't deal with a motherfucker being disloyal. Like that's the kind of
But
shit
Faye,
I
then
can't.
okay, but Faye, not that you on the stage or anything like that. But what's a lying to you? What's a deal breaker lying to you? Because you can lie and say that you took the trash out and you didn't. Is that a deal breaker? Or is it,
Let me
because
know that you're
oftentimes we
alive.
thinking about in our head, what lying is, we thinking about lying, cheating or going
That
out,
might not be
with
a deal.
another
No, it don't
girl.
necessarily have to be cheating. You could be lying to me about money, but you could be lying about it like a lie. So maybe taking the trash out is not like a deal breaker lie, but now it lets me know that you will lie. And then on top of that, you'll lie about something stupid. So it's
And
not
then
a
you'll offer a lie that I ain't even asked for.
that I
I
ain't
ain't
even
even
asked
asked
for.
you, what were you doing, today? Like, or were you with her today? You offered me a lie I ain't even asked for.
Also, you didn't take out the trash. You say you took out the trash. You didn't take out the trash. I'ma notice the trash hasn't been taken out. So you think I'm stupid? So now I feel offended. I'm offended.
Yeah.
Or
I feel
it
like you're
could be,
insulting my intelligence.
you on the phone and you ask like, were you able to take the trash out today? And they said, yeah, but they ain't actually had that trash taken out at that time. They just took it out after you got off the phone.
If as long as the trash not there, as long as the trash not there, by the time I get back, then you ain't lie.
So,
Cause
you
here's
are
the other,
you?
Okay.
I'm not no snoop. I'm not no snoop, but what I will tell you is that I always find out. I'm not gonna look for it. It's gonna come to me. But
So,
I'm gonna always find out.
are you currently in a relationship?
No, I'm single. I said that.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
sorry. I missed that.
They like, I'm single. Hell, I am single as
Oh,
hell.
okay.
But
We
I do
got,
want
we
to say
got,
I'm single
we
on
got, we
purpose.
got, we
I
got to
find men
come back
annoying.
next time, Faye. Faye, we got to come back next time and talk about single relationships and what
No,
single
she was
people
just getting ready
do.
to say something. What were you getting ready to say, Faye?
I just say I find men annoying. So I'm mostly single by choice.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just never mind. Never mind.
No, say it. Say it, girl. It's a safe space.
Yeah, it's
We
safe.
listen
Nobody
and
will
we
know
don't
but us.
judge. We listen
Nobody,
and we don't
You
judge.
said nobody gonna
nobody
know this
know it
one
but
on
us.
YouTube. Yes, people
No
will.
judgment. Look, no
No, they
judgment
won't
here.
say.
We don't have look. We
No, they
don't
Okay,
have
so
won't. You
but
can
puppy
tell
on
us, and
here,
we
and
ain't gonna
we
tell
enjoy.
nobody.
I enjoyed it.
you don't have to. They're gonna see it on the internet. But I was talking to this dude just like the other day. Like what today is Sunday. So I was talking to him like Thursday. And I texted him and I was like, "Are you a cuddler?" And he was like, "Sometimes, but not really." So then I was like, "If I called you over to come cuddle, would you cuddle?" And he was like, "Well, maybe we could take a shower together first and then we could cuddle." And I was just like,
What? What kind of
That's
Apples
not
and
what is
oranges.
that?
cuddling.
Apples and
That's
oranges.
free sex. That's not cuddling. You
Look
trying
at
to
that.
trick
Look
me.
at that.
He was trying to hunt you, Faye. He was trying to hunt you in
I
the shower with
know,
the
but
clothes on.
again, we're in our 40s. You could have just said you want the hunch. Also,
Yeah.
if I'm 40 something, and I'm asking you to come cuddle. Hunching is probably on my menu as well. But
Yeah, he
you could
wanted
have
to
just
wet
said,
hunch too.
Huh?
He wanted the wet hunch too. He didn't even want to dry hump you. He
That don't
wanted the
even
wet
sound.
hunch.
That don't even sound. That sounds nasty. Bed hunching.
Yeah, it is.
We both
Nasty
not ready.
face.
Neither one of us is
Like me.
dexterous enough to be hunching in the shower with all that water. We gonna fall and bust our asses.
Yep. Faye, you
So, Faye,
no,
this is a
Faye,
question that we
you need
all
to be holding on like this right here, Faye. You don't need to let go. You need to be like, boy, you better, boy. You need to hold on.
Hold on to what? The shower?
Hold on to the sides of the wall or something like this,
Oh
Faye.
no.
Do this. Grab that
And
little
guess
thing right
what?
there.
I probably would have if he just would have stuck to the cuddling conversation. But don't add more shit in there. Then I asked you about cuddling. Now, if it turned into showering and hunching, then just let it turn into that. Or don't ask me about no shower. Just ask me if we could hunch. I don't know. I just didn't like it. That's why I say I find men annoying.
What
So, Faye,
about okay, Faye? All right then.
Wait, I
Okay.
think Chris from South Carolina was trying to say something.
What'd you say, Tia?
Hi, Faye. This is Tiffany from
Hi.
South Carolina. How are you? Listen, I have a question.
Doing well,
This is
doing
a
well.
question that we ask often on this platform. What do you wash last?
Wash?
Wash.
We need to know.
What do you wash
We need
last?
to know. Yep, we need to
What do you
know.
wash last?
We need to know how your stinking ass wash. What you wash last, Faye?
What do you wash last?
The pots?
WASA. Huh?
The
What?
pots?
Okay, she said the pots. The pots.
What's the
So that
pot?
means she wash her spoons first. She wash her spoons and her glasses first.
Wait, what does that mean? Break that down. Break that down.
That means she washes her spoons.
I didn't
No,
ask
she's
you.
talking about
I didn't
washing
ask
dishes.
you.
I'm talking
Well,
talking
you didn't
about when you're in the
clarify.
shower
You
or
didn't
take a
clarify.
bath.
You think what do I
Exactly,
wash
Faye.
last? I wash the
Exactly.
pots
That's
last.
true. I like that. She talking about washing dishes. Okay, good one, Faye. Well, listen, when you take a bath or shower,
My
what do
feet. The
you
last
wash
thing I wash is my feet. Before I get out, the last thing I actually put soap on before I rinse down is my feet.
Okay.
Because I go down my body and then I go
Okay.
back up to my face.
Okay.
Do you use 2 racks or 1?
I take a bath. I take a shower first, and then I take a bath.
I do that on Saturdays.
Wait. You take a shower and then you sit in the tub,
Yeah, because you can't sit in the dirty
Yeah.
you be dirty.
but
So you
every
can't.
day,
Yeah, I get all
every
of
day.
She don't have no
Yeah,
kids in the
because
house.
She said Saturdays.
I can't scrub my feet and my toes like I want, in my legs like I want to in the shower. So then I scrub as much as I can in the shower, and then I get in the tub. So I get all the dead scales and stuff that I wasn't able to get on my feet. I can get that in the tub because I'm able to scrub all that
And then
stuff.
you
So I
sit
scrub
you sit
all
there
up
with your
here.
scales.
No, she rinsed off.
With all your scales.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
You judging.
No, I don't wash all that off in the shower.
Stop.
What are you talking about? I done washed all that off in the shower. I get in the
Not
tub
if
so I can
you
get my
not if
feet
you
real good.
scrubbing in the tub. You getting all that dead skin off in the tub and you sitting in it with it
I
all
get
around
as
your
much as I
shoulders.
can in the
wash
shower,
out.
and then I get the rest in the tub.
But every day you shower and then you turn on the tub and you sit in the tub after you showered every day.
Not every day. Not every day. Because I can look at my feet right. I can look at my feet right now and be like,
That's not. We don't want to see that. So
okay,
you don't pumice in the shower on a daily. Put those
Leslie,
down.
that's why
Let me
Mr.
see,
Brian was doing
Niecy.
that with
Put
what
those
he was
down.
doing
Put
before
those
the thing
down.
started. That's because you see how she got that leg up there. That's why Mr. Brian was hunching. You remember you said Mr. Brian was hunching? That's why right there she's still getting that leg up there like that.
She get that leg. She
Yeah.
look.
Okay,
And
that's
then
great.
she get it up there. She like.
Okay, but that's great.
yeah,
But I just want to know why you can't pumice in the. Okay, stop. Why can't you pumice in? Oh God! Is somebody home with you when you fall off that
It's too
chair?
much.
Who gonna pick you
This
up?
is too
Mr.
much.
Brian there,
Who gonna pick you up when you fall off that
Mr.
chair?
Brian there, he gonna pick her up though. He gonna fall
Is he
down.
there? Okay. I just want to know. I just
He
want to
ain't
know
gonna
why
pick
you
her up.
can't.
He gonna fall down.
I just want to know why you can't pumice in the shower on a daily basis.
Because I can't reach and my knees bad.
What do you mean you can't reach? You can't. So how do you wash your feet if you can't reach?
I go in the fucking tub and get my feet. That's what I just did. Listen here.
But when you shower, wait, no. When you shower, you don't wash your feet in the shower?
I can't wash them as good as I want to, so I have to sit down and scrub them bitches.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what. I washed my punani last, and I rinsed the rag out, and then I go there and I wash
Why you
the
say
face.
pumice instead of pumice?
Because it's
I'm not trying to be funny.
Because she said Levy.
It's pumice.
Because she
It's
said
pumice.
Levy.
Is
It's
it?
pumice. Maybe on your side it's pumice.
Because she said Levy.
I wasn't trying to be funny. I really was
No.
asking.
You know, we all got pronunciations, but it's pumice for me over here on this side.
Gotcha. Okay, I'm gonna let you have because you
No,
let me
in
have
the
Memphis,
middle.
so
We
I'm gonna
like,
let you
what's
have
pumice?
pumice.
I mean, clearly I was incorrect because when I tell you these three heifers jumped on me on Friday when I
Because
said
you were
whatever it
always
was.
correcting us.
No. I'm not always correcting. I'm just trying to help you out with your grammar. There are certain things that we say.
Oh my gosh. We don't need no help.
Y'all do, because y'all mispronounce words.
We don't need no
Because I be
help.
want my friends, I be want my friends to be right too. Don't go in front of nobody talking like this, and then you
that
be
right?
like they making fun of you. Because then I'm gonna have to fight them. Because I don't play behind my people, so I understand.
Right, but
But I
people like,
never.
oh, I did a 360. So you did a circle. It's a 180. You didn't do a 360. You
I
did a
get it.
180.
I get it. I'm
You
with
went
you.
right back to the way
I
you
just
were,
never heard.
right?
I never heard anybody
You did a
pronounce it pumice
360. You
before.
went right back to the way you was doing, so you didn't change, right? Okay, then that's good.
And I get it, Faye. Up here we say pumice.
I'm with you.
And I'm telling y'all, in the middle, we wondering what the fuck y'all talking about. What you talking about? Pumas, palmas, who?
The
That's
little,
the
the
thing you
little
used to scrub your
scrub.
feet.
And y'all say
Right.
Merlin. Y'all say Merlin too, Lisa, right? Merlin.
It's Maryland.
It's not Maryland.
Yeah, it's
We-
Maryland.
No, we say Maryland. People from Maryland say Merlin.
Yeah,
It's
they say
We say
Merlin.
Maryland.
They got a whole nother
Merlin or
dialect.
Baltimore.
Yeah.
Right. That's a whole
Baltimore,
nother.
Maryland.
That's a whole nother thing. I say Maryland because that's what it is. But to Marylanders, it's Merlins. Her and cur, and you
They
ain't gonna
very serious
curry.
about it too.
Right. You ain't gonna curry me. You're not gonna curry me. You gonna, they got a dialect. Like
because I don't
Who
curve.
curves?
right,
Who
like New
curves?
Orleans. What is it again? Tell me right, Faye.
New, like in you, New Orleans.
Orleans. You gotta say it like you about to pass down the voodoo verb on somebody.
Not the voodoo.
Yeah,
But everybody has different pronunciations depending on what everybody got in the hometown.
In New Orleans, my daughter makes fun of me all the time because we say Earl, Furl, Spurl, Turlet.
No, I don't know, Faye.
Well, I'm telling you, so you know now.
Damn, Faye.
So the tissue, like, do you have it like where you can pull it down, or is it up? I mean, how do you put your toilet?
The toilet roll. Do you pull it up or down?
Mine is over. I do
Mine
over.
is over where you pull it down.
How
do you do yours? Your toilet paper.
You over or you under?
Your toilet
I
paper.
don't want to tell y'all because I feel like y'all gonna judge me, but I don't put it on the roll.
I am gonna judge you, Faye. So hurry up.
Wait.
What you
Wait, so you never put it on the roll at all?
Put it on the sink?
No, it's on so it's sitting. So like if this is the roll, the toilet paper should sit right there.
Yeah, so you never put it on.
But usually by the time I put it on there, I'm finished with it. Like, you know.
Dang, she used
But
a
when
lot of
you
paper,
do
you
do
guys.
it,
You guys,
When
she used a lot
I
of
don't
paper.
care. I don't care, so I don't pay attention. It doesn't
Just
bother
as
me
long
one way
as
or the
you
other.
can use the tissue.
You in there by yourself and don't give a fuck.
I say it one more time.
Yeah.
You don't give a fuck because you in there
The
by
only thing
yourself.
I'm concerned about is us having toilet paper. As long as there's some toilet paper in the house, that's my only concern.
so
I
I'm
don't
All
care
right,
sorry.
about
okay.
nothing else.
I
If
got
y'all
I
had
got
to
one more
choose,
question.
would you rather have mice or roaches?
Mice.
That's a good question.
I would rather
That
have
is a
mice.
good question.
And I'm gonna
I
tell
would
you
have
why
to
I
say
said. Well, I'm gonna tell you why I said mice because I do not allow kids to bring book bags in my classroom because the book bags bring in roaches and they travel in other kids' book bags and they in my classroom. So there are no book bags allowed in my classroom
But mice can
because
get in their
of roaches.
bags also. Mice
Hey,
can get in their bag.
I can control a mouse, but you can't control roaches
how you
because
control the
they
mouse.
breed. You can goddamn get a goddamn trap and stuff. But you roaches, they multiply quickly,
Okay. Faye,
quickly. And they
Faye.
love to live in cardboard boxes. And, and they stop cutting me off, Lisa. They love to live in cardboard boxes and they love book bags with food that's been sitting in them, and the kids be bringing them, and then they go from book bag to book bag, and then they hide in the wooden areas in the classroom. So if I have like some kind of wooden product, they like to stay inside the wood. So you can control a mouse quicker than you can control roaches.
Okay, Lisa, your turn. Bun.
Okay, so I'm sorry. I was gonna say, Faye, can you come back? Because I feel like there's more to your story that we need to learn.
Yeah.
Ooh, don't make that face. Don't make that face.
No, I thought you meant something else, like more to my story about Katrina or something. No, I thought that's what you meant. But yeah, my story is very exciting. Not really.
Okay,
I'm pretty boring.
No,
I'm fun.
so are we. We're fun too.
I'm an onion.
yeah.
I'm an onion.
What does
But
that
I
mean?
would
You have
love to come
layers.
back. I have had a fun
Yeah.
time. This young lady, Terry, I I want to learn more about her. She seems very interesting, as do the rest of y'all. But she be
Well,
way out in that field. We was talking about Hurricane Katrina, and this lady asked me if I had a boyfriend during Hurricane Katrina, would I be okay with his child taking like I wasn't ready for that segue.
In the
And
middle
what's
of
crazy, she
We
had
weren't
already
either.
said it.
in
We
the
weren't
middle of your trauma,
But I'm
carrying all your
saying, even
stuff.
in the middle of trauma, though, you
talking
need
about a photo
love,
shoot.
right? And in the middle of trauma, you need somebody that you can have for emotional support.
Pull,
In the
pull
middle
over
of
and let's take
trauma,
this
you
family
need
portrait.
somebody
Yeah.
that you
Let's
can
do a
talk
photo
to.
shoot.
I
and
love it.
Faith,
It was
On
real
the bridge.
unexpected.
On the bridge.
Faith,
On
Let's
the
bring it up
bridge.
at
Terry,
the Superdome.
Where the police officers are shooting over your head. Let's take a picture.
At the
Right.
Superdome.
look,
Find me
and
in exit
Faith, Terry is the reason why quality time has been started. Terry is friends with myself, Bond, and Tiffany. So Tiffany is her first best friend, then me, and then Bond. So that's how we created quality time. We all have become best friends since Terry started this.
I
So
love
we
that.
have each other. Yeah, we have each other's back. No matter what, we check on each other. So because of Terry, she has created this bond for all of us. And I want to thank you for coming on today because, like I said, when I saw it, I thought that would be a great. You would be a great addition to being a guest on our show. And very informative today. And I love you more
Well,
than
thank you.
anything.
I
And
appreciate that. It
you
was
are
so
you have
nice meeting you ladies. Tiffany, you had your glasses on the whole time, so I can't read you. But
she's
maybe
a
if I
shady
come back,
lady. She's a
She's the
shady lady.
shady
You
lady.
won't
She's
see
the
her
shady
without the
lady of
glasses.
quality time. Hey, thank you for being here. We hope to have you back on. Please come back on with us
I
on another
will. I
time.
had a great
Okay.
time. Thank you.
We look forward to having you back again because today quality time has been spent, but we have enjoyed our times with you today. Okay.
For sure.
We look forward to seeing you again very, very soon. Y'all
Thank
take it
you for
easy out
coming
there in the
on.
world. Pew,
Thank
pew,
you,
pew,
guys. Thank you, everybody. I
pew.
love y'all. How do I go?
Politics.